Good afternoon, everyone. Corey here with Right Suspension, and today we are talking about the pro valves for your Tenere. Welcome, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that is kind of the people that have the bikes know about it, but the people that don't have the bikes also don't know about it. What we're going to be talking about is the Tenere 700, aka the T7. They came into the States 4 or 5 years ago. They've been a big hit over in Europe for a long time. We've been asking for it over here for a long time. We have the Super Tenere, the 1200, but we really wanted the 700cc, smaller bike, lighter profile. With that though, the Tenere is lacking. It's not lacking power, it's not lacking anything like that. It's lacking in suspension. And anybody that owns one will tell you that. Anybody that works on one will also tell you that. They have a 43 millimeter fork for a big bike. That's, it's standard on the most adventure bikes is 43 millimeters, but you lose a lot of stability. The Tenere uses KYB suspension. They have their own 43 millimeter fork and their own shock that they have for the Tenere. Stock base valve on a Tenere. You can see it's got very small ports right here. It's pretty simplistic design on the base valve. You got a cup and spring washer here. Still fully adjustable. Small ports though, kind of like the old school KYBs, like the early 2000s, late 90s, where there's not a lot there for them to hold up to these bikes, and especially the way some people ride these bikes. So with that, as well as the mid valve is a very, very small stacked mid valve. It's also got the spring and washer for your float, which we like, but the problem with it being is you got two little ports here and that's about it. With that, what we're going to be talking about the differences between the two, all the way down to everything that's in the kit that KTECH has sent for the pro valve. So we'll be talking about the differences on the base valves. So right now, if I don't drop them, right now you can see just from the base valve design alone, you can see substantial amount more of fluid flow. This makes tunability easier. This makes the comfort easier. This makes your hold up a lot easier. You have a less tapered but longer needle, so your clicks do more with the adjustments. You get rid of the cup and spring washer, and you have just a wave washer that acts as a spring as well. So you can always change the tension on those and go from there. You have overall, the base valve of the KTECH one is a little bit taller, so you have more to adjust where you need to. The ports are a little more focused to tuning. That's the base valve. Mid valve, you have your stock mid valve, as you can see. Stock mid valve, and then you come to the KTECH mid valve, and same thing. You got more ports, bigger ports. You got all of that is there to help. You also have a spring wave washer on the KTECH one for your float and spring pressure, which can be swapped out. You have a longer mid valve post where you have more tunability, more adjustability. You have their designed piston that's designed to work for these bikes, hold up, everything like that. And then here's the other thing that a lot of people don't realize is in these kits is the needle valve, which controls your rebound clickers and controls how much fluid flow is actually going through the center of your fork, through your mid valve and rebound and everything like that as your fork compresses and expands. So your stock one, this little guy, Let me see, let me get it closer for you. So that little guy is your stock one. You have a very little taper, very little adjustments. Your clickers you have less clicks, your clickers do a little bit less stuff before it bottoms out. The KTECH one, you can see without me even putting it up to up to the old one, you have a very fine tapered needle head. You have a shoulder, and then you have a tapered for your spring and everything to sit in there. So you have more tunability with just this Pro valve. I mean, you can see the difference right here. So with that, it's the same thing as the Pro valves for like the Explorers and everything like that. I love the Pro valves. The value with them is there, the performance is there, everything is there without spending big money on these these KYB forks. There's companies out there where you can do the KYB 48s or the Showa 49s. MX Tech makes some stuff, kits for them, but you're almost spending just as much on the bike or on those forks as you did on the bike. There's aftermarket kits out there. Tractive makes some stuff like that, but again, you're going to spend $2,000–$3,000 for new suspension, where this will get you set up between springs and everything. You're going to be just over $1,000 getting front and rear Pro valves, springs, and your bike will be set up and it will be able to handle 90% of every rider out there. Unless you're really fast rider, unless you're doing stuff on your Tenere that most people don't do, this will be able to hold up for it. So if you guys have a Tenere and you're tired of the lacking suspension, or you just bought a brand new Tenere and you're kind of looking at options of what to do with my suspension and how to make it better for you, we can install these for you, get them tuned for you, get them set up for you. So it will be, your brand new bike would be a night and day difference from even just the already good KYB suspension, just better. You have your good, better, and best. And as in drop-in kits, this is probably some of the best. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, anything that you can wrap your head around, let me know. Remember, I'm Corey from Ride Suspension. Ride beyond the limits. Have a good one.